So in this video we will study about multi-stage vapor compression system with intercooler and single load system. So we have evaporator for evaporation, we have intercooler, we have first stage compressor, we have second stage compressor, we have condenser, expansion valves. These all equipments are seen on the slide. So we will start from the intercooler. When the liquid from the bottom of intercooler exits at the opening of expansion valve, the expansion valve will throttle that liquid and convert it into cooled liquid. The mass of the liquid will be m1. The liquid will goes to evaporator from point 6. The entry to the evaporator is 6. When the liquid goes to evaporator, the evaporator start absorbing the heat from the environment. After getting sufficient heat, it will convert the liquid refrigerant into dry saturated vapor. The dry saturated vapor will come out from evaporator. From point 1, it will enter to the first stage compressor. At the compressor will work done on the dry saturated steam, and the compressor will convert it into superheated steam. The superheated steam will goes to the intercooler gas side from point 2. So we can clearly see that from 6 to 1 we have evaporation, from 1 to 2 we have compression. The first stage compressor is at low pressure. From point 2, the superheated steam will enter into the intercooler. It will get the sufficient amount of liquid, and its mass will be increased, its density will be decreased, its density will be increased as well. After getting sufficient amount of mass and density, the superheated steam will convert into dry saturated inside the intercooler. When the dry saturated vapor is ready for again compression, it will goes from point 3 to 4 again for second stage compression. In the second stage, the dry saturated steam obtained from the intercooler will again become superheated steam after work done of the compressor. So after getting a superheated steam, it will goes to condenser for condensation. The condenser will do negative work done on the gas. It will remove heat. It will remove heat from the superheated steam at constant pressure and constant temperature in the condenser. And after the processing of condenser, the superheated steam will get converted into subcooled liquid at the exit of the condenser, and from the exit at point 5 it will goes again into expansion valve for further cooling and further decrease of pressure and temperature, and again it will let into the intercooler. In this way the whole system will work. So in the next slide we will see the PS cycle. On the y-axis we have pressure, on the x-axis we have enthalpy, and the dome is represented on the inside the dome we have lines. So from 1 to 2 we have first stage compression isentropically. From 2 to 3 we have cooling. In between 2 and 3 we have intercooler. So in between that, the superheated steam will be converted into dry saturated steam by using intercooler. In 2 to 3, the mass will be increased of the superheated steam and the volume get decreases inside intercooler. So because of that, from 2 to 3, the superheated steam will convert into dry saturated steam, because we need dry saturated steam at the entry of the second stage compression. Because of that, we need a intercooler, so the intercooler is there. From 3 to 4, again we have second stage compression isentropically. For 4 to 5, we have condenser. The condenser is at PC pressure, and if the problem statement given, if you have the problem statement and in that problem statement the pressure and the temperature is given, so it will be helpful to solve the problems of multi-stage compression system. So from 4 to 5, we have condenser. Condenser is always in constant temperature and constant pressure. So condenser will act as heat removal tool, heat removal device. It will remove as much as that possible, and it will convert the superheated steam into subcooled liquid. From 5 to 7, from 5 to 6, we have expansion valves. From 6 to 1, we have evaporator. From 2 to 3, we have intercooler, and again 3 to 7, we have as well in intercooler. So this is the explanation for this particular PV cycle. At point 1, we can get the enthalpy from the steam table at on the table number 1, saturated water and steam table. If the temperature is given, you can take the temperature in the steam table, and accordingly we can find the H. If the point 1 is on the dome, if the point 1 is on the dome, we will take enthalpy is equal to Hg. So from 1 to 2, we have compression. The enthalpy at point 2 will be directly get from the superheated steam table. The point 3 will obtain from the superheated, from the saturated water and steam table, and directly at Hg, if that if point 3 is located on the dry saturated dome line. The point number 4 is again the superheated point, so it can directly measured from superheated steam table. The point 5 can also be calculated from the water table at H is equal to HF. Point 7 will be calculated as per H is equal to Hg. H is equal to HF plus X SFG, because it is inside the dome, so it will be weight. And at point 6, it will also weight, so we will again need H is equal to HF plus X HFG. So thank you for that.